Hello, everyone, and welcome to Conversations with the Chancellor, where we give you information about all of the happenings on and around the campus of Elizabeth City State University. I am Clay Mercer, and with me today, as always, is the Chancellor of ECSU, Dr. S. Keith Hargrove, Sr. Chancellor, welcome to your show.
Good to see you, and always good to be here.
Yes, indeed. We have a lot to talk about today, and we're unveiling a brand new segment here on Conversations with the Chancellor. That'll be coming up in a few. But we have so much to talk about, Chancellor, and one of the special moments that happens on campus is Viking Showcase. And on February 7th, it's a chance for prospective students as well as families to come out and learn about life as a mighty Viking. Speak to the listeners and everyone watching about the importance of Viking Showcase. And again, it's just a great way to give everybody everything they need to know about ECSU.
Well, you know, this is will be my first one as Chancellor. But as you stated, it is an opportunity to show the great things that are happening here at Elizabeth City State University and the type of experience a student could have by pursuing their degree here. The winter, it's like a winter homecoming, so to speak, which is scheduled Saturday, February the 7th, and it'll be from 9 to 1 p.m. And on that day, consider it like a open house. Students will have the opportunity to visit different academic programs, look at the many academic disciplines that we have in terms of their interest in certain careers, whether it's in healthcare, engineering, technology, aviation. They get to visit those units, of course. Also, be exposed to what is student life like at ECSU. I often say students spend most of their time actually not in class. And so when they're not in class, what is the student experience here on campus? What do we provide in terms of their own personal and professional growth as well? And all those things are important to the Viking experience while they're enrolled here. And so the Viking Showcase is going to be amazing. We look forward to alumni as well as our community being here to really get a insight of what the Viking experience is at the university.
When we talk about Viking Showcase, it's more than just tours. And obviously he spoke about winter homecoming. It's like a second homecoming for us. And it's a great time for you to come out and enjoy ECSU men's and women's basketball. It's at the Vaughn Center also. So it's just a great time. February 7th is when it's happening. You can register and get more information on our official website, ecsu.edu. It's Conversations with the Chancellor, Clay Mercer, and Chancellor Hargrove is with us. And Chancellor, the Winter Institute is a special moment for everyone here on campus because it brings every faculty and staff together and gets them ready for a brand new semester. And coming into 2026, we wanted to have a nice rah-rah session, and I think that's what it was, and I think everybody enjoyed it.
Yes,
you also provided some really important information for everyone. If you could speak a little bit about the Winter Institute and the information that you provided.
Yeah, so first, let me say Happy New Year to all our listeners as well, and to you as well. Yes. But the Winter Institute was an opportunity for myself as Chancellor to provide really insight of the state of the university, but also introduce our 2030 strategic plan. That plan was approved by our Board of Trustees in December. Shout out to our Board of Trustees who always give strong support to the university. And so now we have a roadmap, a blueprint to lead the university for the next 5 years. And that blueprint has a number of initiatives, four priorities that we'll talk about later. But they're all geared toward the student experience. How do we support academic programs, create good partnerships, and provide a good place to work, live, and learn? And so I'm excited about that strategic plan, roll that out, discuss that. We had sessions with the faculty and the staff also for that day, and we'll learn more about that. But it was a very engaging activity at the Winter Institute, and I want to just really thank the faculty and the staff and all those that were involved in that activity to lay out the direction for the university.
Yeah. And we're going to talk more about the strategic plan because me and Chancellor, we've been talking about it for the past few months, and now you have a chance to learn more about it here on Conversations with the Chancellor. My portion of the show is done, but we're going to bring you a brand new segment as Chancellor Hargrove is going to be in my seat, and he's going to interview our very special guest, and they're going to talk about the strategic plan. Make sure you stay with us as we bring Dr. J. Lee Brown, ECSU Vice Chancellor and Chief of Staff with us. That's coming up next here on Conversations with the Chancellor.
This is Rachel Martin with Morning Edition. If you're driving less these days and you've got a car you don't need anymore, consider donating it to support public radio. The donation could be worth hundreds of dollars in support for this station. Here's how to get started.
Call 855-277-2346 or donate online at WRVS.careasy.org.
Welcome back to Conversations with the Chancellor. This is a segment that I have the opportunity as Chancellor to interview and talk with people from the university. This will include individuals from the executive leadership team, faculty, staff, and students to gain more insight about some of the great things that are happening on our campus. And so I would also like to introduce our guest, Dr. Brown, our Chief of Staff, and we'll learn more about the strategic plan and the things that will take and be involved in the deployment and implementation of Ascend 2030. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a different version of Conversations with the Chancellor. This way, I have an opportunity to interview some of the great people that work at the university. It would include people from the executive leadership team. It would include faculty, staff, and personnel, and even students. And so to give you some insight of what's happening on campus. Before I do that, I do want to give a shout out to our upcoming Viking Showcase Winter Homecoming. On February the 7th from 9 to 1, we're going to have potential students visit the campus, do tours, explore student life on campus, and then we'll cap that off with some basketball games that begin at 2 o'clock. And so we're looking forward to many of you participating and attending that event. And so before I begin this interview, I'm excited to also share some great things that's happening at the campus as well. So in December, our Board of Trustees approved our 5-year strategic plan. It's called Ascend 2030. And that strategic plan is a roadmap, so to speak, of the direction of the university. And it includes 4 priorities. And those 4 priorities are student learning and success, which is about graduating more students, entering the workforce, either as entrepreneurs or with their respective careers. Secondly, providing innovative academic programs and growth. We want to make sure that we're providing degree programs where our students are employable and marketable as well, and enter high need, high demand occupations as well. And third, what I consider creating a great place to work, live, and learn. Not only for our students, but also for employees that work there as well. And that's all about culture, supporting our student success, but also working with each other as well. And then lastly, strategic partnerships and advancement. How do we work with the community, local community, industry, government as well, the Coast Guard, our public school system? Those partnerships are key for our university. And so, given context, the strategic plan, Ascend 2030, again, provides a roadmap and a direction for the university for the next 5 years. And we have an amazing individual who's going to lead that charge, our Chief of Staff at Elizabeth City State University, Dr. Brown. And I just want to get your insight when it comes to that strategic plan. Tell me a little bit about your perspective of that, and I think the initial strategy session that we've already have taken place as part of our Winter Institute.
Absolutely, Chancellor. One, I'm super excited to be here with you today. I guess I'm your first guinea pig in terms of conversation with the chancellor. So go easy on me in terms of the questions. I appreciate that. The strategic plan, Ascend 2030, as you mentioned, our roadmap to the future, and that the Winter Institute. I was a little worried. I'll be transparent. We had so many things packed on the agenda for the Winter Institute, and we had all our faculty and staff and everyone in one space. And then to spend 2 to 3 hours, I think, is what the strategic plan working session was scheduled for, on the strategic plan, getting everyone working and thinking about the strategic plan. I was concerned that after lunch, there might not be the energy, but it was an amazing experience. Faculty, staff, everyone jumped in. Everyone had ideas. Everyone had a lot of it. It was, if the Post-it notes, I wish I could show the Post-it notes, that they were all over the various different priorities, multicolors, a lot of writing, a lot of energy that came out of that. It was great to see that when you involve the community in the strategic plan and how to implement it and move forward, they wanted to be involved. They wanted to have input. They wanted to talk about the strategies. They wanted to say, hey, I do this, I can do this, and this will help support that area. So it was a great day. It was an exhausting day.
Yeah.
It was an exhausting day, but it was a great day.
Yes. Well, that was excellent. So what I'm equally excited is about how we implement the strategic plan. Who's involved? Who's engaged?
Yes.
How do we proceed in achieving those 4 priorities and the KPIs, key performance indicators and metrics on how we achieve those? Can you talk about how we are identifying champions or agents to deploy that strategic plan over the next 5 years?
Yes, absolutely, sir. So we have identified strategic plan champions, or what we're calling them, from the executive leadership team for Priority 1. Student learning and success is our provost, of course, as well as the athletics director. Priority 2, innovative and academic programs and growth, is our chief information officer, and of course, again, our provost. And then Priority 3, making this place a great place to live, work, and learn, is being headed up by our chief human resources officer, as well as
very appropriate, right?
Very appropriate, as well as our general counsel, and last but not least, Priority 4, strategic partnerships and advancement, which for me is almost like the foundation for the university, is being led by our Chief Communications and Marketing Officer, as well as our Director for Governmental Affairs, as well as our new VC for University Advancement. So these folk that we have identified are the facilitators. They are the champions. They are leading these priorities. And I'll take a step further. I don't know if you have another question for me, but a lot of the work that was done in 2025, where they were sort of determining the strategies that fit with each one of these priorities and to support each one of these priorities. What we're doing now with the strategic plan champions, and now the people that have volunteered to participate on the task force associated with those strategies.
I love that.
And again, this has come out of the Winter Institute. We put out a call to the campus community and said, hey, it looks like you want to be a part of this. You want to be a part of who we're going to be over the next 5 years. And we've had now over 100 people respond.
100? Really? Okay.
And
does it include students? A few students as well?
I hope so, Chancellor.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
I hope so. If not, we're going to make sure we add some.
Let's do that.
So we're forming task force now with every strategy that supports whatever priority it is, and those folks in those task force will start to identify activities, things maybe we're already doing and we can do a little bit better, or we can do a little differently to support those performance objectives along with those strategies.
I love that. I love that. Well, I tell you what, it's also for 5 years. There are things that we hope to accomplish every year.
Yes.
And there are performance objectives every year. Mm-hmm. And certainly we can't accomplish everything the first, second, third, or
Very
even
true.
fourth or fifth year. And so I'd like to believe that the plan is strategically designed to have accomplishments year by year by year. And with these amazing task force and their engagement, I think we'll be successful in doing that. And so very quickly, how do we monitor that year to year to really see, hey, are we going in the right direction? Are we really making an impact on these priorities?
Yeah, absolutely, sir. So we want to be transparent as we work on the strategic plan, and also we want to ensure that we're communicating to the campus community on how we're doing this and what type of progress we're making. So with these task force, I believe first we're going to identify, I hate to say this, but the low-hanging fruit. What can we get done in year one to make an immediate impact on some of those KPIs? And so that will be some of the work of the task force, as well as developing a dashboard that we are able to show the campus community on how we're progressing on these various priorities supported by these various strategies. So that's key that we get that developed as well. Additionally, we're ensuring that we're meeting on a regular basis
I love that.
to ensure that we're reporting back out in terms of our status, where we are, what types of barriers or challenges we're facing, and whether it's the executive leadership team or we come to Chancellor and say, Chancellor, we need some help to move some barriers as we move forward in the SIN 2030. So we're excited.
And so is the plan on the website, and so people on campus could look at it and maybe limits what other people outside the campus can see the plan?
Yes, sir. So it is on the website. I think it's on the About Us tab.
Okay.
You can find strategic plan, and you can find the strategic plan as well as the strategic plan champions.
I love
which
that.
are the people that we need to hold accountable for making that
Well,
progress.
I'm big on accountability.
You are big,
Yes,
big on
absolutely.
accountability.
Okay, great. Well, any last comments about ASCEND 2030?
You know what, Chancellor? My PhD is in strategy, and I have participated in a number of strategic planning sessions, whether as a consultant or being a participant. And what I found is oftentimes strategic plans get put on the shelf, and it's just a document that no one else looks at until accreditation comes around or something like that. I can guarantee you this will not be the case.
I love that.
We know where those pitfalls are, and we're going to make sure this is a living and breathing document that we use as a guideline as we move forward.
Yes. Well, I tell you what, I think you are the right person to lead the implementation of that plan, and I'm sure it's going to be accomplished over the next 5 years.
Thank you, sir.
And so as we ascend 2030, we're excited about what this plan can do for the university and for the community, and more importantly, our students. So I often say we are only as great as we allow ourselves to be. This strategic plan will allow us to do just that. And so please, we look forward to many of you being engaged with your strong support as well. And again, thank you for being here with Conversations with the Chancellor. Take care. Viking Pride.